What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here, night two of the 15-year anniversary celebration. And my last interview guest of this anniversary weekend is an artist from Fort Worth, Texas. He
What's up with
goes
Funk Town in the building?
the freshman OG himself. He goes by the name of Macc Tiger. That's Mac with two C's, by the way. He's with me right now. What's with it?
Man, appreciate you for having me. Appreciate you for having me, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just doing this milestone, 15 years and counting. And I'm very happy to have you on for this celebration, man. So thank you for your time.
Man, I'm honored you got me on. 15 years is a long time for anything, man. So a long time progression, man. I'm just happy to be part of the celebration, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. So let's go ahead and get started. Talk about your journey as in, getting started as a recording artist. How did Matt Tiger got started? I think his cam just froze.
Well, the name. Can you hear me? Can you see
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I always been going by the name Tiger. That's just a name my father gave me when I was his first son. So I'm his little Tiger. So I just added the name Mac in when I decided I wanted to grab fans and grab an audience, become a rapper. So I added Mac at the beginning, and Mac is an acronym for Master Collective Conversation. So that's my whole goal when I try to put my words behind a beat, and I'm doing pretty good at it. So I mean, that's how I got started. And I was always told you're pretty good with your vocabulary. You put words together. So I just started putting my life together and behind words. So that's what it was.
So you come from Fort Worth, Texas,
Correct.
which is not that far off from Dallas. Um,
Okay.
so talk about just repping for the city, man. As far as your music and just getting yourself out there, just talk about just repping for the city.
Man, actually, man, to be truthful, man, I was born in Brenham, Texas. That's on the southeast side of Houston.
Hmm.
And growing up in foster care, I was landed in Fort Worth. I claim Fort Worth is where I'm from because that's where I got a lot of my game from. That's where I got a lot of my starts from. That's where I jumped off the porch from. I also, like you said, it's not too far from Dallas, so I incorporate Dallas in my life. I actually graduated from high school from a school in Dallas. My kid was born in Dallas. I live in Dallas currently at the moment. So I mean, I got much love. I don't out also rep DF forward. I rep the whole DF Dub, Dallas and forward. So I put it all on my back and just run with it.
Repping the DF Dub. Okay, Fort Worth. Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth. Oh, absolutely, man. So as far as music, man, people like to put artists in a box, whether you're independent or you're a mainstream artist. For people that may not be familiar with your music, how would you describe your music per se?
I would say first of all, rare, versatile, um, 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 articulate. Um, I say mature. My music is different. Most people say I'm a rare artist, so I take that as a compliment because being rare means you stand out, something different, and that's how I kind of like incorporated freshman OG. Not only by the way I carry myself and the way I dress and how I give back to my community as an OG, but just being original and doing the first at doing it. Being the only one that does it that way.
Yeah. And I see you were inspired by artists such as Snoop Dogg, BG, from Cash Money days, and of course Pimp C. Rest in peace to Pimp C. Um, Coming from Texas, Texas has a storied history in hip hop. Obviously, I say
Right.
going back to Scarface and the Ghetto Boy days,
You're
and
right. Right.
then UGK came along. And then
Mind playing tricks on me, riding dirty.
yeah,
You know, I grew up on
yeah.
all them hits.
So Houston had a big few years span with Chameleonaire, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, you know, Zero, Trader Truth. He's one of my favorites from that area.
Yeah,
So I like
yeah.
Trader Truth.
Man,
So
you naming all legends, man. I'm
yeah.
all legends from the state, man. So I'm trying to have my name ringing in the list when people name all the greats from Texas. I'm trying to be Macc Tiger, also be in the name.
Okay, so I see you definitely had a busy year with some
Yeah.
tracks that you have put out. You got the Heels joint, you got Watana the Mac, you got Fat. So you got three songs so far this year. Watana of the Mac. That's definitely my favorite joint right now. I'm definitely vibing with that joint. Talk about that particular track, Watana the Mac.
It's just me being able to be free on music again and just do me. I'm an independent artist, so I never had to deal with restraints uh of of labels and people telling me what I can and can't do. So I always had the freedom of doing what I wanted to do with my music and be creative with it. It's just the fact of now since shit now since I'm stable and more established, is I'm able to have freedom where I can have more fun in the studio. Back then it was more just getting in there, getting in work and getting done because of things I had to do outside the studio. Now since I have more time to live in the studio, which most artists should be trying to do, I have better quality music, fun music, more live music, better quality type of music.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It feels like independent musicians. They the ones they the ones having a lot of fun because they get to do it music the way that they want to. They can do it's their vision, it's their creation. No one is in the way of it. And that has to be that's a lot of joy being an
You're right.
independent
Bec-
artist.
Because that's what you getting behind this mic and doing it. You doing it for the fun, not just because you want to get paid. I feel like most artists should be doing it out of the love of their heart. I mean, getting a message out there, whatever kind of message, or were you trying to send to this person, that person. I mean, all music should be coming from the heart. So you should be having fun with it.
Yeah, it seems like with music, you know, people go through these challenges trying to, you want to put the music out, but some people want to take shortcuts, obviously. But people going you're gonna get exposed. If you being someone or something that you're not. I feel like being authentic, man, it shouldn't be that difficult. You should, you be you, be who you are. Be true to yourself. Don't you don't have to be the over exaggeration of,
Right.
and I think what people are dealing with is, oh, if I can be a little over exaggerating, maybe people will like me. You know,
No,
that's
just be yourself. I feel like people love me more that I am myself.
yeah,
I ain't trying to be this persona of this person. Man, I'm a father. I'm a coach. I'm a family man. I'm a hard worker. I'm a funny, good, caring, loving person to be around. I mean, why won't you love somebody like that? I ain't got to put this on and do that on. I'm being myself, just doing that, just myself. Give me likes. So
yeah.
yeah, being yourself.
Be yourself. You heard it from Matt Tiger. Getting his drink on. Got the
Yeah.
chains.
Man,
Looking
appreciate it,
on.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't even trying to, man, I'm trying to be myself. And man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Man,
Okay.
it's a man in the last, let me say, I put out my first album November 2019. I did a collaboration with a New York producer by the name of DJ Slice. He actually hosts a radio station, I think 94.5 in Austin.
Yeah.
And I put my first project out. It was called Freshman OG. You can look that up. It's on all streaming platforms. Uh, that one, you can tell the difference from when I first started in 2019 when I put that out to now, because the music back then, it didn't have no cussing. Not to say I was under that record label or under that producer, whatever, but it was my first time. I ain't know what I'm doing. I just can put bars together and words together. So dude was like, I'm gonna give you beats and do everything with no cussing, and I'm gonna give you a topic to every beat. So that's how I did that project. And I backdoored in August 2020. I mean August 2020. I put out my first like having fun album, and that really got me start bumping and on these different radio stations and different platforms, and it opened the door. So when I released Heels at the beginning of this year, 4 or 5 months ago, it just kept me running through the summertime. I've been on different radio stations from down here in Texas to being number one 8 9 straight weeks, to being in Pennsylvania in the top three for 5 6 6 7 weeks, to being number one in Dynasty Radio in New York for about a month, to Good Morning Music in Raleigh, North Carolina. Man, I just been everywhere, man. I've been just like I say, man, just the freedom of just and this getting yourself established and stable where you can do what you want to do. And this is what I want to do, this music. So now that I've had that opportunity, man, I'm running with the ball, man. I'm Barry Sanders, man, back in the early 90s right about now, man. I'm going. I'm turning, twisting, man. You can't stop me. I don't even need no blockers right about now. I don't need no linemen. That's how cold. I don't need no linemen.
Barry Sanders. Oh man, I've haven't heard that name in a long time. That I don't think people understand how good that guy is.
Man, he did it on his own.
Yeah,
That's one of the only running backs that didn't never have no line. So he got all them yards on his own. And that's how I feel in the game, man. I don't got no support. I don't got no manager. I don't got no street team. It just be me and my old lady supporting and tweeting and sharing and stuff like that. So shit, that's what it is. I got myself. I don't need no team. I've been doing it by myself. So I mean, that's how it is.
yeah, absolutely. I'm joined with Macc Tiger on this 15-year anniversary celebration night two.
Yeah.
He's got a couple tracks out already this year. He's got Heels. I mentioned Fat. That came out 2021. So technically, he's got two songs out this year: Heels and Return of the Mac. But you can listen
And
to
I'm I'm
Fat too.
I'm I'm glad you like Return of the Mac. You know, that's really my intro to my album. I ain't gonna say when my album dropping. Just gotta continue being patient and ride along on this train because we going up this mountain and shit. But yeah, the album, whenever the album drop, it's the first song on it. So I'm already getting people's attention like yourself with you liking that song. Heels is on the album as well. So I mean I got two bangers already that's out. That's off the album that ain't even came out yet. So and so I got more bangers. I got a whole bunch more, man. I got so much lined up. I've been in the studio working, man, working. I got about two projects worth of material ready to go after whatever I got dropping soon.
Okay, so you mentioned the album. Not gonna reveal too much of that just yet, but are you gonna be releasing some more singles prior to before you release this album?
Yeah, I think I got one more single. It's entitled "Rolling." It's for the ladies, and I think they'll really like it. It's for the clubs. It's for the clubs, you know.
All
So
right, so definitely go check that out. Um, Go check out these tracks from Macc Tiger. He's got more music on the way. He's got a new album on the way. Stay tuned for that. So you talked about your, getting started, going through the grind and everything. So with all that being said, Mac, what would your advice be to inspiring up and coming artists that's trying to get started, that's trying to get their foot in the door? What would your advice be to the new up and coming artists out there?
before anything, man, you gotta have faith in your craft. You gotta believe that you gotta foresee it. You gotta proclaim that you want that spot. So when you say that, you got to put actions behind it. So that means you got to get out here and grind. Like I said, I ain't got no street team. I'm running the summer, just shit, just getting up every morning, doing what I got to do on all these different social media. I also getting myself out to these clubs. If I'm not performing, which I haven't, I'm performed at 2 places all year in South by Southwest and a award show. So I mean, but I've been in the clubs. I've just been rubbing shoulders and shaking hands and telling everybody I meet, anybody I meet, even if it's buying Jordans for my kids. Hey, my name Macc Tiger. Go look my video up. This and this and that. I'm just talking. I'm just a people person. So I'm gonna promote by word of mouth before I get a chance to even get on the internet. I'm gonna tell you before you even ask who I am, what I do. So you can go and go look it up.
Gotcha, man. That's definitely the way to go as far as networking,
Yeah.
especially if you go to the Southwest place.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest events of the year,
And I was
especially.
I, I was man, I was blessed, man. It was my first year performing, and I was happy. I was lit, man. Austin is a great place, man. Very diverse city, man. They show so much love, man. Austin, like my second home, to be honest, man. I love Austin, man. Shout out to the 512, man. I love the state. I love the capital, man.
Yeah, I see. Shout out to Ness, the villain, fellow
Mm-hmm.
Texan. He
Man,
was. I
that
talked to
man,
him.
that man doing some numbers. Shout out to
Yeah,
him. Shout out my
Ness.
boy. Shout out my boy too, man. Man, me and him got a song on the album called Stepper Music. It's coming very soon. Called Stepper
Mhm.
Music. And shout out Burn the Great, man. That's my partner. We got something called Palvo. It's a song we working on. So uh man, I love them boys in the ATX, man. Shout out Austin, man. Them boys show some love. Shout out Tadzil, Tavar. Shout out everybody, man. Midnight Ride, everybody that just be supporting Insane Gifted Radio. Everybody down in Austin, man. I just love it.
Yeah, seeing the support that's out there for these independent artists, seeing you giving artists these shout outs, it's definitely reminded me of the Houston era, with
But
Slim.
don't
And
get it twisted. Don't
yeah,
get it twisted though, Kenny. See, let me show you. Let me be some. Let me bring some. Let me bring some salt to the table right here.
okay, I'm
You know,
listening.
I guess I ain't trying to be messy, but man, it's just a little juice to spice, a little juice to keep it real though, man. To be
Yeah,
honest, man,
yeah,
the city of Dallas and Fort Worth, man, I ain't did nothing here. Ain't nobody trying to put me on show. Ain't nobody calling me. Ain't nobody hitting me up. Hey, I'm trying to rub shoulders. Like I said, I
yeah,
go out. I don't do nothing in the city. I don't perform in the city, but I go out and support other artists. I share other artists. And you can go on my Facebook page right now. I'm top fans of other people's other artists that's in the city and everything, but nobody support me. But I don't give up on that because this still my city. So I like to see somebody out my city blow. So I'm still gonna support it, even if they don't support me. But that's just how real it is. That's how real I am, no. But I still show love to them boys in the ATS because they show love to me. But I still show love to the boys in the D, even though they don't show love to me. But that's just me. But that's just keeping how it really is. I get so much love from 200 plus miles away, and we're right here where I'm staying, less than 30 minutes from Dallas. Shit, boys don't show me no love, but that's just what it is, though.
yeah,
That's a Texas thing, though. You got to think that's a Texas thing. Like D Town sometimes don't mess with H Town. It's just a Texas thing,
yeah, yeah. People have their preference, I guess you could say.
right?
Uh, it's people got their home, their buddies. They're gonna ride with no matter what, and that's plenty of artists to support that you can like. I go to a show, and there's some artists I may not have heard of, but after hearing them their set, hearing them perform, I'll be like, man, that dude is nice. That dude is,
Man,
yeah,
you right. You right. You right. I'll be the same way, man. In fact, man, in fact, since I am so real, I do want to shout out a dude from Pleasant Grove, man. He from 6'5". His name Huncho Noon. If I gonna stand on anybody in the city and give my praise and cloud, man, I like this man music and I like how he turn up in the clubs, man. I'm gonna share a video just to make y'all come to my Facebook just to show some love to this man. I'm gonna share a video of him being in the club and performing. How he's so mellow, but he's so turned up. You gonna have to follow him and like him and stuff. So man, I'll be showing love like that. So man, shout out Huncho Noon. We go back to what you were saying, man.
yeah, yeah. So, but basically, I go to a show, I
Uh-huh.
listen to an artist for the first time that I may not have heard of, but
Right.
I hear it for the first time, and I hear a couple songs. Next thing you know, my head's nodding, I'm vibing, and
Right.
join this the music, you know. So shout out to independent artists, man. That's not only putting their heart and soul into this, but actually getting to talk to fellow peers and talk to fans after the set, man.
Right.
Just get that appreciation, man. And, you know, I love independent music. I love it with my heart and soul. I love just the grind, you know, just relatable and more
Mhm.
relatable than mainstream artists, you know, because things like once you go to mainstream, you leave
You're not
people,
as hungry. You're not
yeah,
as hungry. You're not as
no,
hungry no more.
yeah, pretty
I like
much,
I like them barriers, man. You stay hungry when you got oppositions and stuff in your way, man. You stay hungry. So I
yeah.
like stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm joined with Macc Tiger,
What's up with
representing
it?
Texas, the Lone Star State. Shout out
Yeah.
to, and you know, I've been interviewing a lot of Texas artists these last few weeks. So shout out to everybody,
Man,
Dallas,
I got
Fort
a
Worth.
question for you.
Go ahead.
Since you've been fucking with a lot of Texas artists, man, how do you like, I mean, you grew up on Texas music?
I grew up in the Scarface days, you
Okay.
know, Z
Early
and
90s.
yeah, I grew up there listening to UGK and people like I listened to UGK before Big Pimpin'. That's the thing. You know,
Yeah.
UGK they had songs, they had club bangers, they had hit songs. They were buzzing before Jay come knocking at that door. So
Right.
I was on
That's
UGK
what
from
made him
that.
come knocking at the door. Hell,
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So people, it was like more people got familiar with UGK. People outside of Texas, I should say. People like other people that I know. I was
So
listening to
so
UGK.
so you buzzing in from what, Boston?
I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, and Kentucky. Okay, you
Yeah,
buzzing in from Kentucky. So are you seeing or hearing anything from this Texas sound that's making you gravitate our way? Or
yeah.
okay,
I
got it.
know
Appreciate it.
I know some people.
Mm-hmm.
I know one person in particular. His name is A.R. Green. He
Mm-hmm.
used to live in Kentucky, but he's originally from Texas. He moved back to Texas, and he's been sending artists to me as far
Mm.
as just doing interviews and stuff. So I'm
Man,
getting
shout
more.
him out. Shout him out,
So
man. Shout him out.
shout out to A.R. Green. He's got an album out, Alter Eagles 2. It's on SoundCloud. Check out A.R. Green. Check him out. He's got some dope music. He's got also got a group, a collaborative effort called Unity Over Envy. Definitely look out for them
Yeah,
featuring a
I
variety
like
of
the sound of that.
yeah, so he's focusing more on that, trying to have artists from different areas in Texas, joining forces, doing this group project. So ever
That's right.
since I link up with AR, he's been he's telling his artist friends about me and this podcast. Next thing you know, I'm interviewing more artists with mutual friends. That's when you came in. That's when Nance the Villain came in, and through some other mutual friends. So I like what I hear from Texas
Man,
independent.
appreciate it, man.
So
Appreciate you for fucking with us, man.
yeah,
We've been out the game for a minute, but shit, we trying to
yeah,
come back in. We trying to
yeah,
come
yeah,
back in.
yeah. Texas got some talented artists, man. People gotta it's important, and a platform like this is a reminder to people, man. Support these local artists, support these independent artists, man.
Real talk, real talk.
That's you ain't got to keep being in this mainstream bubble. There's some artists in your neighborhood and you don't even know it. So the
Man,
least you can do is just get at least give one of the songs a listen and see how you feel towards these artists and what's because your favorite artists that's on the radio, they started as local artists too. You know, they had small fans, being at small venues, small crowds. They had to go through hell and whatnot just to get to where they are. So,
man.
just
and I became myself a fan of a local artist. So I mean,
Yeah,
shit, dude been grinding. I've been seeing him everywhere. He been putting out product, man. I just became a fan of him, man. I'm like little bro to him. I like his
mm,
work. I like his ethic. I like his grind.
yeah,
Shit, I to the point, damn. Over the last 2 years, we've been talking on the phone. He'll pull up at my shows I do in Austin, even if he not performing. He show love because I'm performing in his city. So real shit like that, I just dude stand on. So I mean, I value shit like this. So
yeah,
man, I fuck with local artists myself, man.
yeah, absolutely. Macc Tiger, thank you so much for being on the show.
Man,
Check out,
appreciate you for having me.
and before I let you go, man, check him out. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look up Macc Tiger. That's Mac as in Macc Tiger. And check out his latest songs, Heels and Return of the Mac. As he pointed out, he has a new album on the way. So get ready for that particular project.
Man,
Um,
have you seen the video of the hills?
I haven't seen it yet, but I
Man,
definitely
check
will.
it out. Check it out and
Yeah,
give me your opinion. I just want to hear your opinion.
I will, man. I'll definitely go check it out for sure. Matt Tiger, thank you for being on the show. Continued success, brother. Keep doing your thing. I'm looking forward to the album and everything else you have in store moving forward. Thank you for your time.
Man, thank you for having me, dude. You stay safe, man, and God bless you.
Same to you, bro. You have a good night.
You too.
All right.